it was easier for us when we wanted to do it. But what's up, y'all? This is The Couch, and we're gonna I'm actually being interviewed by somebody who I would call my child in the gay world. It would be my daughter, or for me, I like the hierarchy of father and son. So he actually is going to give his point of view, and that kind of jogged me around, because so many people have this question of like, how do you build your bonds or your loyalty within this lifestyle? Because sometimes you can be very lonely and you don't have somebody to look up to, and so we'll kind of talk, and it'll be just kind of organic. So
because you're gonna have to really lead the show.
Oh,
no. So we were sitting here, and I just wanted to know, like, how did it make you feel when I got to the point where I started calling you like mom and Raul dad, and just like sometimes I switch it up and I call you dad. Right. And I don't really call Raul mom, but I'm like,
Well, I think for me, it's what it did for me first is let me know that I have a responsibility as a gay elder per se, and it also put me in perspective that I'm no longer the young and dumb 20, almost a queenager type of person. I'm actually a person who can be responsible for almost the footsteps that you step into. So that's what it did for me, one. And then number two, it really made me show that, because I used to rebel against it. I didn't like the mother and son, or that's my house mother, because it almost had a negative thing.
Right.
But I realize now with you've actually shown, you made me grow up and understand that it's just a term of endearment, and you get the power behind whatever it is. So I actually appreciate it, and I like it. It definitely shows that I'm on the right steps. Do you feel that I offer good leadership?
I mean, you do. I mean, I have my differences with you that you probably know or don't know about. Like, I know not to come to Egypt with certain things, because I know he may tell me the truth about it, and I don't want to hear that truth, Or I'll go to Raul, and I'm like, Raul, what do you think about such and such? And he'll give me the truth, but he'll give it to me on the soft side. Like, he'll make me cope with it.
Right. It's almost like the whole standard. Like I said, I'm a plumber, and if your roof is leaking, then I'm not the person to come to. So. But but I will say now, my differences with you is that I would honestly say, as an elder, I would prefer to see you more college driven. And it's only because I don't have it strong in me, and that's typically what parents do, because I wasn't that college driven. Because you're so smart, you're so intelligent, that I wish that college was priority over everything, because I felt like for me, education was a challenge. So I'm like, just do the college route and then do everything else secondary. Because I feel like I have, as much as I'm talented and all those other things, I feel like education is probably the strongest.
And I feel like I want to do that too, but I feel like when I was younger, or not necessarily younger, but 2 or 3 years ago, I feel like I set up so many other things prior to that I was like, I just can't stop taking care of them.
Right.
But my next question was, how do you think my mother feels, or maybe my father feels, when I do call you guys like, those are my parents, or
Well, I will say I worry about that, because even like when you want me to go over and hang out with them and hang out with your mom and dad, I'm like, I almost feel like I'm there in competition. Not that I feel that I'm better than mom and dad, or that I'm replacing them, but I feel like they look at me as like, what do you have over my child that I don't? And I almost feel like I step on their toes, and I'm like, I want to just tell the parents out there that the reason why Kyle is looking up to me, because it is association. It's the non-judgment. It's the fact that I probably went through those steps that he's trying to get through, and I probably have a certain sympathetic gene in me that most parents who love and care about you and worry about the gay stereotypes, AIDS and HIV and all the negative, that he can come to me and say, well, Egypt knows the negative, but he also knows the great side of him, because he's lived life as a gay man. So to the moms and dads who feel like these other gay kids, who call them other people mothers and dads, and trying to join these houses, that one, make sure that these people that they're looking up to have met you and are quality, and they also accept you into their life, and then y'all also share the same goal. Like, I'm telling Kyle to go to college, which I think his parents are doing, not that I'm telling Kyle to go write checks and stunt and do all that. And mind you, I'm not judging those who have to do that, because that is a way of life for some. But if that's not, because that's not what we're selling here, I'm telling Kyle to go to college, work a job, a 9 to 5, to do it the legitimate way, get in a relationship, be married, be exclusive, protect yourself. But for those who are not being told that there's nothing wrong with that, just know that this is just a different way. I'm not judging, because it's real hard. We sometimes judge our journeys. We get to a certain level, we're trying to make it seem like everybody else is dumb. But but to answer your question, that's what I feel like parents may think, that I'm in competition, but I'm not. But I could definitely see why they probably like wonder, well, who is this Egypt?
Right. Do you almost feel like a step parent or something, as if like?
No, because sometimes I honestly think that you prefer to hang out with me
than my mother.
Yeah.
Right, I do. Mom, don't take that personal. But it's almost just like, with you, I can just be whatever. Like, I don't have to, like, wash my mouth. Like, my mother doesn't want me cussing.
Because it's a hierarchy, and I think you respect your mom a lot more, because, like I said, mom has been down for you, and I appreciate that, too. And I also like getting to know moms, because that was my hard thing, too. I had a real issue with moms and dads, because my mom and dad didn't like me, so I felt like every mom and dad that I met would judge me. So I had a real anti-parental. I didn't have patience for him. I'm like, I'm grown, you grown. You know, I'm not calling you Mr. Ma'am, but I had to grow and get better.
Right, and that's how I felt about my mother. But I will tell you now, I always used to hate when somebody would say, you know, oh, my mother became my best friend. I'm like, that ain't gonna never happen to me. And now I see that happening because you will go through a situation where your mother will pull through for you like nobody else in this world will.
And even before I did,
right.
Like his mom handled the scenario. It was tough for him to deal with.
And I love Idris to death, but I was sitting there and I was like,
Mom was the first one he called.
I was like, this one can't help me.
Right.
he can't.
So just always know that in any relationships that you're out here obtaining, make sure they're beneficial either. And like I said, we're not just talking about mother, son, but friends. They either handle something financially, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, or comedically. Like they need to be filling 3 to 4 of those chapters in your life. Because if they're not beneficial, then why are they there? They shouldn't just be there for one of the categories.
It's wrong to misuse people.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using people. It's misuse that becomes a problem. So again, love your friends, love your family. I love my son, my daughter. We have a good time. And again,
don't be calling me your daughter.
Whatever, my daughter. But anyway, no. But we love you. This is the couch, and this is a I guess father-son moment.
Yeah, this is season 2 of the backstory.
The backstory. Kind of to catch you up because we did one with Devon back in the day.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
that.
That
was second in line.
First. Anyway, so check out the couch and let us know what you think. We love you all out there, and again, we do have our cast members in the back kicking it. But my son just out of the blue was like, I just want to talk. I want to meet you.
I did.
Yeah, so this is why we had a special edition. And again, we're about to start talking about Valentine's specials and creating vision boards and how to set love on its right path in your life. So check us out again. Subscribe. I'm Egypt Thompson.
Kyle.
And this is the Father-Son edition. Peace.